In the second part of lecture 9, teaching reading skills. You want to teach reading for your students. There are 5 pillars of reading. Phonemic awareness. Teacher should be very aware of this. And phonics, fluency, pronunciation in general, vocabulary, and then comprehension. What's the importance of reading? Very essential for language acquisition and academic success. It helps learners develop vocabulary, grammar, and overall comprehension. It enhances critical thinking by analyzing ideas and arguments. It supports other skills like writing, speaking, and listening. So, how can strong reading improve learners' overall intellectual proficiency? Because it is one of the integrated skills. You have to develop it. And you have to go through these different types of reading, skimming, which is get the main idea. The student should practice it. You are the teacher, you have to demonstrate a good model for that. You have to train the students on how to skim a text. For example, newspaper headlines, rereading or previewing. Scanning, find specific information. This is timetable, phone number, searching for details, Extensive reading, read for pleasure or general understanding, short stories, an article. Encourage reading habits. Intensive reading, focus on understanding and analyzing languages like textbooks, textbook passages, vocabulary, grammar, and comprehension exercises. So the student should practice skimming, scanning, intensive reading, and extensive reading and intensive reading. You as a teacher, you need to know the difference between these types. Practice them so that you can demonstrate a good model for the students when they practice or when you help them or guide them to practice. What are the strategies for reading? Number 1, pre-reading, before reading. Prepare learners before they read. Do it to activate prior knowledge by predicting content like from the title, headings, and pictures. If there are pictures, discuss them with the students. You have to discuss the title, interpret whatever from the title, then introduce key vocabulary, not the whole vocabulary, key vocabulary, and then asking guiding questions. This is before you start reading. An activity of this, a text a day at the zoo. Ask what animals might you see, what activities do people do before they start reading. This is called pre-reading. Strategy 2, while reading. Guide learners to focus on main ideas, details, or structure. You can use skimming, scanning, highlighting, or annotating key points and then predicting outcomes. You do this during the activity. Give students schedule of events. Ask which activity starts at 9 a.m. and then they start answering. After reading, which is post-reading, helps learners reflect, summarize, and use information. Strategies of doing this: answer comprehension questions, summarize the text in their own words, discuss opinions, or relate to personal experience. It's the kind of interacting with the text that the students read. So these are 3 main activities or studies when we do them while reading, while we teach reading. Think of how we can do them more comprehensively and effectively. As a teacher using these 3 techniques while you teach reading. Integrating vocabulary and grammar in reading. Pre-teach difficult words to avoid comprehension problems. Highlight grammar structures, vary verb tense, connectors in context. In context, not in isolation. Do not take the grammar lesson from the text and then teach it. No. From the context, from the reading text itself, try to explain, to highlight some grammar structures. Encourage learners to infer meaning from context so that they can highlight the past tense verb in a story, for example, and ask learners to rewrite sentence in the present tense, for example. So, classroom activities for reading, you have prediction. So guess content from headings, images, pictures. Skimming, read quickly for main ideas. What is the article about, for example. Scanning, find specific details, dates, numbers, names, time in a timetable. Sequencing, Put verbs in order. Put events in order. Storytelling, jumble, order it, reorder it. Questions, comparison question, answer question on the text. Summarization, detail main point, discussion, talk about the whole text. So these are some of the classroom activities, reading activities that you the teacher you can do them with your students in the classroom. It's not just a passage that we read and then we answer the comprehension question. True, false, this question and that's it. No, to make all these activities, all these strategies or classroom activities in the classroom, so that you will see that this will help the students develop their English language proficiency in general. Reading for different purpose, academic purpose, practical reading, and extensive reading. These are different types of why do people read. How do you assess reading? Comparison question, information retrieval, summarization, critical response, close exercises. Now you can do all these activities. You can do all these activities. Thank you very much. And next time we are going to come to how we teach writing skills. Thank you very much and see you next lecture.